Going on, everybody? Hopefully you can see me and hear me. If all goes according to plan. How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? Oh my goodness. Hey guys, hey everybody. Why am I getting notifications? What is going on here? Oops, forgot to close out Facebook. That'll be why. Alright, there we go. Now you don't have to listen to bleep bloop going on in the background during the show. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on today? We are... Actually, some interesting stuff in mod news this week. I know I say that every week, but I often lie. And this time I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. There is some cool stuff that I was made aware of this week, though. So we're also going to talk about the Barong from Jemit. This is the modder who made the Assets V2 that I reviewed on the show a while back, if you remember that one. We are also going to talk about the Micro Mini from Hellfire, which is this little fellow right here. And I'm not worried about the autofocus. We'll show you close-ups later on. And we are going to talk about the Beast from iHybrids, which I dropped and already dinged up a little bit because I am a fool. But what are you gonna do? So, it is a beast, but it's not ridiculously large. I'll talk about that when we get to it. So, all right, let's see. So why don't we get started as usual with a giveaway from Allison Vapeland. Let's see here. We're going to do a gift certificate from Allison Vapeland. And and I'll just give you guys a little bit of information for those that are new to the show. The way that the giveaways work on the show is the mods and non-mod giveaways are treated separately. So if you win juice, for example, you still have a shot of winning a mod. If you win a mod, you still have a shot of winning juice or one of the other smaller giveaways. However, you can't win two of either. We're only giving away one mod tonight, but sometimes we give away more than one. Max one per show per person. Or per episode of the show, per person, I should say. Also, the way we do the giveaways is I just pull a list of the people in chat, run them through a random list reorganizer, and whoever comes up number one, that is the winner. However, I do need you to confirm in chat, because sometimes people don't want what they won, so I need you to confirm in chat if you win. Just give me a yes, or a thanks, or a woohoo, or Hill Giant's a dick, whatever you want to put in there, and let me know that you want it, and you will have yourself some free stuff. So, all right. So let's do this. I'm gonna pull a list of everybody in chat and see who is gonna win a gift certificate from Allison Vapeland. So this gift certificate is good for enough money to purchase a 15 milliliter glass bottle or a 18 milliliter dripper bottle, and also cover shipping if you're within the United States. You can obviously apply it to a larger purchase if you want, but you get yourself a free bottle of juice out of this. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Evil Frog is the winner. Let's get a confirmation from Evil Frog. If Evil Frog would like the gift certificate from Allison Vapeland, let me know in chat, please. Yay. Evil Frog says yay. All right, excellent. So, Evil Frog, I am going to send you a instant message in chat with my email address. All I need you to do is send me an email with the subject line Allison Vapeland win or AIV win, and that's all you got to do. And what I'll do is I'll forward your email address on to Allison Vapeland, and they will get your gift certificate coupon code out to you before they open for business next Tuesday night, because they're only open for about a day every week until they reach capacity. So there is my email address. Congratulations, and let's talk about some mod news then, shall we? Let's see here. All right. So first off, I'm going to do my best to attempt to pronounce this guy. I'm based on a memory I have of the show that this name comes from. So it's the Rokenrante, I believe, is the correct pronunciation for this. It's actually, and this is, so some people might think this is kind of corny, but I think it's kind of cool because I like the show. For those of you that are fans of Sleepy Hollow, the new show, which I think is pretty fun, that's been on this season. That was the name of the Sandman from Mohawk Indian mythology on the show. Only in Hollywood is that the name. That is not actually Mohawk myth or Mohawk legend, but it was on the show. I thought it was kind of cool, and it's kind of a cool sounding name too. So, and let me give you a little bit of information about this guy. So this is from Diablo Mods, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Well, it does say it right below my face, so you probably did realize that already. But the price on this guy is not determined yet. It's not coming out until beginning of next year, but it was just announced this week. It's going to be between 130 and 150 euros, so it's not a cheap device, but it's very complex. It's 22 millimeter. At least at the base. It's stainless steel, 4 milliliter borosilicate glass tank. It has insulated wick holes just like everything else that he makes. So it'll be really easy to set up for beginners first getting into Genesis style stuff. And now here's some of the interesting part. It's designed to be used with single, dual, or U wick, but it has dual airflow right in the front, and the wicks are right in the front, like right next to each other. There's other pictures of it online that you can see if you want to get some more information about it. Pretty interesting design. So you don't have the issue that you can have with opposed wicks, where when you get below half a tank, it starts to become an issue with wicking. Because the wicks are on opposite sides of one another, and you can't, tilt it toward you so that the wick is facing you, because then you have one on the opposite side, and you have to keep them opposed. And so, interesting idea. It's also got airflow control, which is what that ring is around the top. You'll have the ability to use dual 3 millimeter, dual 2 millimeter, dual stacked 1 millimeter, and dual stacked 0.8 and 1 millimeter. And what I mean by that is it's 2 air holes stacked. One of them is 1 millimeter, one of them is 0.8 millimeter, and you can have two sets of those, if that makes sense. So the Diablo 1 that we talked about on the show had one set of those. It had a 1 millimeter and a 0.8 millimeter. So it's got silver-coated positive contact on it, has a heavily reduced chamber. I don't know what it looks like under the hood yet, but I'm imagining, based on what I saw from the Diablo 1, that it's going to be a very tight chamber, and an adjustable 510 connection. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one, and looks pretty interesting. But that's all the information that I have. You can hit the website there, over there, diablomods.net, if you want more information about Diablo Mods. I don't know if he has anything up on the website about this guy yet, but looks pretty cool. So Let's move on. Next up, we've got the Biomech version 2.0 from Takomi Enterprises. This is coming out of the Philippines. It is a telescope. It's made from food grade 304 stainless steel, two-tone with brass top cap and accents, copper positive and negative pins. It is telescoping to fit any 18 series battery, and it actually telescopes all the way out to stacked 18350 batteries if you want to do that, which I wouldn't recommend. Bottom firing with serial number and manufacturer engraving, and it has a smooth reverse locking mechanism. I will be the judge of that if I review it ever. I hate when people put that in as a feature, smooth lock ring. Like, yeah, okay, I'll tell you if it's smooth. But anyway, if you are interested, you can check out the website that's directly below my beard. Facebook.com/Takomi Enterprise. That'll get you some more information about it. I couldn't find a price anywhere. I'm sure it's on the Facebook page, but I looked around for a little while and couldn't find it. And there is also this link that I'm posting in chat right now, which is actually a link to the sign up. So there, I believe it's a pre-order that's going on. Obviously, don't sign up until you take a look on the Facebook page, find out the price, get some more information, etc. But that link will get you to the Google Docs sign-up page for the list if you are interested in signing up for the Biomech 2.0. So, I agree, Miss Emma. Let's see, what's up next? Next, all right, this is interesting. So, this is the Asgard by Art of the Exhale. I'll give you a link to Art of the Exhale. There you go. So I don't have a lot of information about this, but it is a titanium battery mod that's going to be available in, I believe, all three 18 series tube sizes. Real nice, clean look to it. You know, all the Art of the Exhale stuff I've been a fan of. I'm not, you know, there was a falling out recently between the Art of the Exhale modder and the fellow from the Ukraine who represented him and also represented the other modder group from the Ukraine. I don't know exactly what happened there. You know, I've always had good dealings with both of them, so I'm hoping that they can, you know, reconcile their differences, even if they don't ever work together on a, you know, from a business standpoint. It's too bad. I hate to see that happen because they've both been, you know, they've been working together for like a year and a half plus, or at least a year and a half now, in harmony. And anyway. We're not talking about the mod there. So, so yeah, this is the Asgard by the Asgard by Art of the Exhale, not the Asgard. And like I said, it's 100% titanium. I'm not sure if the contacts are titanium, but the body of the device, switch housing, top cap, all titanium. So it's going to be nice and light and sturdy. If you do want to use it as an Asgard, you could. I'd recommend using it as a mod, though. Not sure when that's going to be available, but hopefully we'll get some more information on that over on Vaporwall, where the English info is posted. It's over. High End Mods has Art of the Exhale over there as well. So we'll post more info here when we find out more. So. Exactly. Nice faceless. Classy fellow you are. Let's see. Next up, this thing is crazy looking. So this is the Euphoria by Drop Mods. This is also titanium. Again, another one I don't have a lot of information on. There is no information on this on the Drop Mods website yet. Yeah, they posted the picture on Facebook not too long ago. This mechanical mod, same person that made the Icarus. which is a great hybrid. It's definitely a very busy design, but it looks cool and it definitely looks unique, and I like unique. So I'm assuming that the gold color is actually titanium nitride. I'm not sure, because I read that it was solid titanium. So, but looks interesting at least. Hopefully it performs well. I'll give you more information as it comes. Don't know anything about the price or anything yet. All I saw was a picture and that it's being worked on, and I even went to the Drop Mod site trying to find more information, and there is a page for it there, but there's no information on the page, not even a picture yet. So let's see. What is up next? Next up, we have the Bomber by Ruthless. Now, this is a prototype in the photo, but what this is a 26650 titanium mod. It has a tapered down to 21 millimeter top cap, so it's designed to look very sharp with the bliss and the steam turbine. I think more so the steam turbine from Doc Dave, and this is from Ruthless. And I haven't seen any information about the price yet. If any of you guys in chat have heard anything, let me know. Here is a link if you want to check out the Ruthless page. But that's pretty much all I know. He was doing a giveaway. It might still be going on, so if you want to check out the Facebook page, there may be an active giveaway contest over there on Ruthless page to win one of the Bomber prototypes. So check it out if you haven't yet. It may be done already, I'm not sure, but I did notice some posts about it when I was over there. So $249 is going to be the price, same as the Mutant. Okay. All right, very good. So let's see. Is that Mr. Nashik? Brian954? What's up, buddy? If it is, hi. Let's see. Next up. Next up, we have the new hybrid from Ninja Mods, the maker of the Odachi, which actually I'll be reviewing on the show here in the near future. So this is called the Burai. It is a 14500 hybrid from Ninja Mods. I'm going to post you a link to his group. That is exactly what I said, Smack Silly, when I saw it in person on at VaporCon. In fact, I said that to the person who makes it. It does look like a Hellfire Mini, but it doesn't on the inside. The top cap is actually a lot different, and that whole top comes off. That top, it's hard to explain. I'll probably show one on the show when they're available. But yes. Let's see. So it has a reduced chamber. Let me run through these features for you real quick. It has a reduced chamber. It is inherently efficient. This is one of the features that was listed. It's designed to provide the experience of a large APV in a smaller, more energy efficient package. It hits a lot harder than it looks. I did not try one. I will reserve judgment when I have a chance to try one. Has an optional 510 adapter that turns the Burai into a modular atomizer. It's dual coil capable, which is only recommended when the atomizer is used on a larger device, not on a 14500 battery. It has a fused course tank with 1.8 milliliter capacity. It's a lockless, super short fixed throw switch, a negligible recess, but it will not fire when set down on an uneven surface. I hope it's recessed enough that it won't fire when you set it down on like a grain of salt like the original Atomo before they added the lock ring, but I am not sure. Price is going to be $150. Brass and titanium tubes. Titanium devices will be available, as well as the standard 316 stainless version. And the approximate release date that he's shooting for is end of November, early December. So they will be available soon. I did see the prototype, like I said, at VaporCon. It looks interesting. You know, the first thing I actually thought that it was a Hellfire Mini on a Piccolo when I first saw it. But once you take it apart and look at it, it looks less like one. Let's see. What do we got next? Oh, that's it for mod news. So let's do some giveaways. So first up, we're going to do a giveaway from Vapor Craze. Hold on a sec. All right. Vapor Craze, 310 Vapors, same guys. I still need to get a new banner, Vapor Craze, if you're watching this. Vapetoberfest is over and was a pretty good success from what I heard. So let's see. We are going to give away 4 15 milliliter bottles of juice from Vapor Craze. So the way this works is they pick the flavor, you pick the nic level. So it's randomly chosen flavors in the nicotine level of your choice, but you get 60 milliliters of juice, so it's a pretty good deal. Let's see here. Let me pull the list of people in chat. One sec. And let's see what we got. Mighty T is the winner. If you were in chat, you were on there. Mighty T is the winner this time. Mighty T, I need you to confirm in chat whether or not you want the juice, please. And once you do, I'll send you my email address if you want it. Come on, Mighty T. Don't fail me now. All right, there he is. All right, congrats, Mighty T. I am going to send you an instant message in chat with my email address. All you need to do is send me an email with the subject Vapor Craze win, and then in the email include your nicotine level and your shipping address, please. Make sure you put the shipping address in there. We can't get it out to you. So congratulations, Mighty T. All right. Next up, we are going to do a giveaway from RTD Vapor. And I'm going to reset and pull the list again in case anyone came in while we were doing the other giveaway. This giveaway is for a spool of Kanthal, A1 Kanthal wire, in your choice of size. I almost said your choice of flavor. They all taste the same. Let's see here. All right. And Daisy 2U2. Daisy 2U2. I think I get it. Daisy, let me get a confirmation in chat, please, if you would like the spool of Kanthal wire. All right. I'm glad that you're here, but you got to let me know if you want it or not. Some people that watch the show aren't into rebuildables, so I don't want to assume that you do. Okay, great. All right, Daisy, I'm going to send you a message in chat with my email address. All you got to do is send me an email with your shipping address and the subject RTD Vapor Win or RTD Win. That'll do. And oh, I'm sorry. You do need to send me one other piece of information. Go to the RTD Vapor website. Pick out which type of Kanthal wire you want, which size, the gauge. and include that in the email as well, please. So the gauge Canthal that you want, your shipping address, and RTD Vapor Wind for the subject, and you're good to go. Here comes my email address. Oops. That is not what I meant to do. All right. There you go. Congratulations, Daisy22. Let's see. Next up, we're going to talk about vape mail. So, I got a few interesting things in the mail this week. So, first off, I've got this little guy, which I have to say, I'm very impressed with the build quality. At least, my initial impressions of this. This is the Silverback, and it's really, when I saw the pictures online, I was like, oh, nice render. No, it really looks like that. They did a really good job. At least with, at least aesthetically, like I said, the quality of the device looks-wise is very, very high. I haven't fired it yet. I haven't tested it out yet, but it looks really, really nice. The lock ring is super smooth. The switch feels really nice on it. All the threading is very buttery and delicious. So, yeah, I'm hoping that it performs as well as it looks and feels. So, we'll be reporting back about the Silverback pretty soon. So the Silverback. Now this one, boy, I've been waiting for this guy for a while. This is the Dazi mod. This is a titanium mod. Let's see if we can get this to... Nice. Let's see if we can get this to show. There we go. So that's the Dazi mod. This is a titanium mod from Croatia that... not Croatia, Serbia? I can't remember. That we've been waiting on, those of us that have been on the list for a very, very long time, through a number of issues that he's had with the machinist, but we finally got him, and I have to say, it does look really nice. Worth this long of a wait? Probably not. However, it looks really good. We'll see how it performs. It's got some interesting engravings and such on here too, but we'll talk about that when we review the device. So, let's see, what else do we have? We also have, and I mentioned this on a prior show, but I want to mention this again because this is not the prototype. This is the final version. This is the REF mod, or hybrid. God. One more try. Atomizer. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. This is the REF Atomizer. Reduced chamber, 22 millimeter atomizer designed for dual coil setup. And yeah, I'm excited to try it out. It's pretty interesting. With the dual holes and the side-by-side wicks, I'll show you here in a sec. You can see there, side-by-side wick holes aligned with the air holes, and then the top chamber is very severely reduced, as you can see. So it should have exceptional flavor if you set that up with a dual coil, and I am excited to try this little guy out. So that is the REF atomizer, not mod or hybrid. So, and the top cap is on nice and snug, which I like too. Double O-ring. So, anywho, we'll be reviewing that in the very near future as well. So, there you have it. That's what we got this week. Let's see. Yeah, I have heard good things about the performance. Oh, you didn't get my IM, Mighty T. Let me try again. Hold on a sec. It should have gone through. here comes my email address again. You have to click on the little IM tab, and then I think click on my name and it'll show you my email address. I just sent it again. All right, so moving on, let's do some more giveaways, huh? What do we got up next? Next we're gonna do E6 Vapors is next up. So E6 Vapors, we are going to give away 3 18 milliliter bottles of juice. You get to pick the flavor on this one. So take a look at the website. Jedi just linked it for me. Thank you, Jedi. e6vapors.com. Check it out. They have really good juice. They have a nice selection of hardware over there as well. They carry some higher end stuff too. So let's see. Let me pull the list. All right. And oops. Let's see what we got. Genesis. Congratulations. Let me know if you want the juice, Genesis. 3 18 milliliter bottles of juice from E6 Vapors. Congratulations. I am going to send you a message in chat. Here's what you need to do. Or send you an IM, rather. What you need to do is... Hold on. Send me an email. Well, first go to E6's website. Pick out 3 flavors that you want. Then send me an email with the subject E6 Vapor Win. Include the 3 flavors you want, the nicotine level you want, and if you need a custom PG-VG ratio, include that as well. And then make sure you put your shipping address in there too, please. And I'll get that over to E6, and we'll get some juice coming your way. Congratulations. All right. Hey, Yardbird. Next up, we are going to do one more giveaway, and then we're going to start doing some reviews. This one is from Vape Syndicate, who also has awesome juice. So Vape Syndicate is giving away 1 30 milliliter bottle of juice, flavor of your choice. So this will be another one you got to check out the website to pick out what you win. Let's pull the list again. Hold on. And Ricardo Mon, you won some juice from Vape Syndicate if you are interested. He says woot. I'm guessing that's a yes. All right, congratulations, man. I am going to send you an IM for this one. Go to vapesyndicate.com, pick out the flavor that you want, and send me an email with Vape Syndicate Win as the subject, and then in the email include the nicotine level, the flavor, obviously. If you need a custom PG-VG ratio, throw that in there too, and please include your shipping address as well. And here comes my email address. There you go, sir. Congratulations. All right, so let's see. First up, we are going to talk about the Barong. So let me get this set up here. All right, so the Barong by Jemit. I want to give you guys a little bit of background about this guy here. So I'm going to take the Addy off so that you can have a better look at the mod here. The Barong from Jemit is this guy here. And I'm going to turn off autofocus for a sec. There. So this is the Barong. The brass has patinaed a bit from use, as you can see. Pretty straightforward, clean look. I'm going to throw up a link for you guys here in just a sec. The price on this is $162, not including postage. And I want to include a little bit of information that Jemit gave me about the meaning of the Barong. So the Barongan has strong elements of trance and totemic worship. I'm quoting Jemit right now. The Barongan is said to depict the dance of a hybrid, not a as in vaping hybrid, but a hybrid or mystical, multifaceted creature of diverse origins. There are varieties of Barongan, one of which combines the features of a tiger and a peacock, for example, that were said to dance on the back of the prophet Solomon. Pretty interesting. So it's a kind of along the same vein as like a lycanthrope, but it is a combination of animals rather than an animal combined with a human. So kind of interesting. So let me give you a little bit of information about the materials here. It's made of 304 stainless and 360 brass. Full stainless steel body, comes with a 510 brass top cap and brass switch. Outside diameter is 22 millimeter, except for that lock ring, which is a little bit larger. I believe it's 23. Inside diameter 18.7 millimeters. The height in 18350 is 65 millimeter, and in 18650 it is 97 millimeter. Brass negative and positive contacts with adjustable positive post. And it can handle all three battery sizes in the 18 series, 18350, 490, and 650. And it has a brushed finish. Let's do some close-up, or closer up, I should say. So the switch on this. First off, you have the Jemit engraving on the bottom, which is his little mod logo. Or modder logo. That will be changing in the next revision. There's going to be a Barong logo. The lock ring, as you can see, sticks out from the device just a little bit. I believe it's 1 millimeter wider total. Very smooth, just like on the assets. I love the lock ring on that device. The switch is nice and firm. It's not wobbly at all, and it's a nice even press no matter where you push on the switch. It goes straight up, makes contact, and fires every time. You get a tiny bit of rubbing on the inside of the switch, but it's making very good contact. There's a circlip holding the switch assembled there, as you can see. Also has a Delrin insulator, so you don't need to worry about using batteries with an external coating like you do on some mods. The tube of the device is segmented, so you can see here, in addition to the battery vent hole that you have on the side there, you can remove these individual pieces and use it as an 18500 or an 18350 device. And you can see here, this is the Barong engraving. He's going to be doing deeper engravings on the next version as well. He mentioned that to me. So there you have the Barong. Okay. And then the top cap has star top for air ventilation if you're using an atomizer that requires venting on the top. You can see my grubby fingerprints on there, but I assure you it was nice and clean when I got it. Dual telescoping pins inside a Delrin insulator right there. Okay. And it's a nice flat 22 millimeter top cap. You can barely see those little grooves, the air grooves, when you have it set up with a 22mm Addy on top. The finish on this, I should have mentioned when I was holding up the tube, is very lightly brushed. It almost looks like it's like a light machine finish, but it is a brushed finish. It looks nice though, it's very clean. I like the look of the finish personally. I like that light brush look. So let's see here. Let me reassemble this guy and give it a vape. So a couple things that I really like about this device. Much like on the assets that I reviewed on the show not too long ago, I love the switch. The switch feels really nice. It feels really sturdy, yet easy and relatively soft to press. The lock ring is also very smooth on it, even though I don't love how it sticks out, but it's not really that big a deal. That's just you know, personal preference. The threads are all very smooth. I didn't have any issues with any of the threading. The atomizer sits down on there nice and clean, no gap. I'm using the Origin dripper on there. Take a vape. And it performs very well. Speaking of performance, let me give you the voltage loss test information. So it does perform very well under load. The initial tests before I started using the device was a 0.09 loss under load, and that is with it fully assembled in 18650 mode. So you know that the threads on those segments are really snug and tight. You're not losing anything in those thread segments there, even using it in the full length. And then after 1 week, it was 0.10 voltage loss under load. So it did not fall off too much, even though there's obviously some oxidation building up on the brass parts. Still performing very well. It is going to be something you'll need to maintain, of course, because it does have brass contacts. You'll need to clean those every so often, but performs very well. It's right up there with the other, pretty heavy hitting devices on the market, the Nemesis and others. Let me take another vape. That's good. So yeah, there's a couple little things that I didn't like about the device, but it's very minor. One thing I noticed when changing batteries, sometimes the not the telescoping pin that's in contact with the battery, but the telescoping pin that's in contact with the 510 connection of the device, or of the atomizer, would come a little bit loose, and I'd have to retighten it a little bit when I put the battery in. So I wish that were a little bit more snug. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it gets pushed up and still makes contact if you don't tighten it, but I don't know, maybe I'm OCD about it, but I saw that it got a little bit loose and I tighten it up every time. The lock ring protruding a little bit, that's personal preference. I don't love that, but that's okay. The only real issue with the device is it doesn't fit larger 18650s. So in order to fit a Panasonic Orbtronic NCR battery, which are a little bit longer than AW's, I actually had to remove the second telescoping pin, and it worked, but I had a little bit of battery rattle in there. Obviously, you can't adjust it if you're moving the second telescope. So So that's too bad. But overall, I do really like the device. I think it's designed to be used with AW batteries anyway. At least I would assume so, based on the fact that I did have the issues with the large battery fitting in 18650 mode. So, but performance is stellar. It looks really nice. The price is, while certainly not cheap, it is, relatively reasonable. There's a lot of mods coming out over $200 these days, so 162 isn't too terrible. And it does work very, very well, and I love the way the Switch feels. It's very, very nice. Nice and soft. And it's just firm enough that you can put the mod down and it won't fire under its own weight, even with a good-sized Genesis atomizer on there, which is really nice. So, take another vape. All right. So, like I said, overall, I think this is a great mod. It just has a couple of little things that I'm, kind of being nitpicky about it. The only real issue that I had was that the larger batteries don't fit, and then that one little thing with the telescoping pin. Other than that, it's great. Performs great. I think it looks really nice. It's got a nice, clean look, and I like the engraving on it too. And yeah, there you have it. That is the Barong from Jemit. Definitely recommend it. It is a very high performance mechanical mod that you can use all 3 battery tubes with because it's segmented. So there you go. Take a swig of water and then we'll give some more stuff away. Let's see. I really wish I knew what was going on in chat. I have a difficult time following during the show, but it looks like some amusing nonsense is going on. Alright, so we're going to do a giveaway from a little company called Giant Vapes, which you may or may not have heard of. They have a lot of juice, and now they have drip tips, or at least some drip tips. We'll see how long those are in stock. But anywho, so we're going to do a little something special like we have done on the show since we launched. If anybody is interested in making a purchase over at Giant Vapes, this is a coupon code for you guys. That's going to be active until the end of the night, so that's for my viewers only. Vape on TV 10. That'll get you 10% off at giantvapes.com until the end of the night. So thank you guys for watching the show. That's just our little way of saying thanks. And we are also going to give away a $20 gift certificate to Giant Vapes. So I know no international yet. We're working on it. Give us a little time. We're making sure we're not breaking any laws. So we're being a little more diligent about it than a lot of other vendors, so please bear with us. Let's see. So let me pull the list of people in chat, and we'll get a $20 gift certificate in somebody's hand here. Exhaler. We're getting there, man. Maybe we'll ramp it up. Maybe we'll bump it up a little bit next week. Let's see. All right. Okay, and Miss Emma, Giant Vapes gift certificate. Congratulations. How about that? Lucky Lisa. Congratulations. Hold on. I am going to send you an email, or an IM in chat with my email. She's already got her order ready to go in her cart. Awesome. Um, I'm sending you my email address. I think you have it already, but I'm going to send it to you anyway in IM. Just shoot me an email that says Giant Vapes Win as the subject, and I will reply with the coupon code. You're going to have to hang on because I can't do it until the end of the show, but I'll get you the coupon code right after the show's over. So, congratulations. Yep. If you are in chat and you can talk in chat, then your name is on the chat list. It is a very, very long list. We have 168 people watching right now. So let's see here. Next up, we're going to talk about another product. Now, so it's my understanding. Now, as you guys know, I don't like to talk about products on the show that are not going to be available, at least at some point. And, you know, I went back and forth on this with the Hellfire Dripper. But now that Hellfire is starting to ramp up production, I think that he'll probably be making some more micro minis and do another list of micro minis. So I don't feel so bad about reviewing the Hellfire products anymore. Let's see here. Let me get you a link real quick. So this link is for the Hellfire subforum over on Vape Pit if you want to check it out. There's not a ton of information on the Micro Mini over there, but you can find some info. Let me get this guy off my mod so we can show it to you here. That's right, super neat. Hold on. I want to get a good zoom in on this so you guys can see it. All right, so this is the Micro Mini from Hellfire. It is very, very small. It is wee tiny. It's 16 millimeter diameter. All stainless steel construction, stainless steel tank. You can get glass tanks for it as well. And the price on this guy, it is not cheap. It is 145 British pounds. That does include shipping to the US. I'm not sure if the price is different within the UK, but it was 145 British pounds, including shipping to US, like I said. It has I think the juice capacity on it is 0.8 mil. I had a tough time finding specs on it. There weren't really any specs listed anywhere, but I believe it's 0.8. It's very, very tiny. In all respects, the atomizer chamber, the juice capacity, the overall height of the device, it's very, very small. So just to put this in perspective, I'm going to hold it up next to my index finger. It's wee. Now I have big fingers, but still, it is a very small device. So let's do some more close up on this guy. So first off, you have insulated brass contact in the base, 510 connection, and as you can see from the side, stainless steel tank here that sits nicely into the base. And top cap sits on top of that. Top cap sits on top of the Addy deck, and then you see the little bit of exposed tank here. So if this were glass, just so you know, it just is that little band right there that would be glass where you can see the juice. Like I said, it's very, very small tank. The top cap here has a little chamfer that comes up into up vertically again where it meets up with the drip tip. I've got one of the Hellfire fatty drip tips on there. I think they look pretty nice on this. I don't like the way that the other Hellfire drip tip looks on it personally, but again, that's personal preference. Has a 1mm air hole on there, and let me show you what this guy looks like under the cap. Hold on a sec. So underneath the cap, now actually before I show you a couple things. So before I show you underneath the top cap, I just want to show you how deep the Addy deck is from the top of the deck to where it meets the base where the top cap snaps all the way down, okay? That's very large in comparison to the size of the device, and I want you to keep that in mind when I show you the top cap. So here's the inside of the top cap, okay? It's very, very small, and keep in mind, you're also taking away this much distance in there as well. So when you put it down, you're taking away that much of the top cap. There's very, very little room in there. And you'll probably see what I'm getting at here in just a second. So it's got a very tiny top chamber, as you can see. The Addy deck is going to be familiar to those who have used Hellfire devices before. It comes with two little Delrin plugs for the air holes. I'm sorry, for the juice holes. I have them removed, and I've got a U-wick set up here. I actually kind of did a little experimenting with this one, and I gave my, this was actually my first attempt at a cable U-wick without using any mesh, and it's actually working quite well. So that is a cable U-wick sans mesh, and then you have your juice fill hole there, and as you can see I got a little bit of juice sitting on the top of the Addy deck there. It is capable of running dual coil. I don't know that I would recommend that because it does have very small wick holes. So, and it doesn't have, there's not a ton of room to work with up there either. It's really designed for a U-wick though, a single coil U-wick. And there's really no need to go dual coil with this, and I'll talk about that here in just a bit. So the positive post has a brass nut on the top, again familiar to those who have Hellfires and have had other Hellfires. It's a brass knurled nut, very easy to manipulate, and then you have flathead screws in there for the negative posts. So you don't need any special tools, you don't need any Allen keys or anything like that if you don't have those laying around. It's very easy to set. Well, I don't want to say it's easy to set up. It's not necessarily easy to set up, but it's easy to deal with the screws and the nut there. So, hold on a sec. Let me get this guy screwed back into the mod here, and we'll talk about her a little bit. I'm getting juice all over the place here. Sheesh. Hold on. Wipe that off. Jeans. Nature's napkins. That doesn't make sense. All right. So, there we go. Let's make sure we're firing. I don't need to adjust the pins. Good to go. So, I want to talk a little bit about the mini micro in general, and kind of, hype. A lot of people talk about hype with Hellfire devices. There's a misconception with Hellfire devices. This is a personal opinion of mine, because they are, either harder to set up or difficult to get them to wick properly, and you can't, it's hard to set them up at low ohms, and you can't blow big clouds because it's got a little 1 millimeter air hole. Here's the thing about Hellfire devices. They are designed, at least, and this is my opinion, but I think that I hope that this is accurate, but I think that they are designed to give you maximum amount of flavor with minimum amount of power consumption. So, like, for example, I usually vape around 0.7 to 0.9 ohms on a single coil. On a dual coil, actually, usually about the same on a dual coil. Unless it's a dripper, I'll go a little bit lower sometimes on a dripper. I have this set up at 1.6 ohms, okay? And the flavor from this device is just as good as the flavor from other devices set up at sub-ohm. And when I say sub-ohm, I'm not talking about like a 0.0, I'm not talking about like a 0.1. I don't go crazy low typically, but 0.5 to 0.9 range. You're getting the same flavor from this guy that you do from one of those. The vapor production is not as ridiculous, of course, because it has a very small air hole, which helps increase the flavor, but it is going to diminish the vapor production. Very small top chamber, and those two things combined with other elements of the device, I think that the thin top cap helps improve the flavor because it warms up quicker. So, like I said, a lot of people say that the Hellfire stuff is all hype, and I do not agree with that. It may not necessarily be for you. If you want to blow big clouds, it's not going to be a device for you, because even if you do drill out the air hole, it's still going to be difficult to set it up to get it to wick fast enough to run a super low ohm coil. But it's not designed for that, so you have to keep that in mind. If you are looking for a device that will give you the same flavor as other devices at a higher ohm, so you're going to use less battery power, which is really nice, then it is an exceptional device. And the flavor is exceptional from it. I would not recommend it for a beginner. They are difficult to set up. Because they're really, like I said, designed for a U-wick, and U-wick isn't the easiest thing to do. It's easy once you get the hang of it, but for a first Jenny, if you get your hands on a Hellfire, I don't know that that's the best idea, and it can be tough to get it to wick properly, and that's all in the way that you create the U-wick, of course. But for somebody that has experience with Genesis style devices, it's tough to beat the flavor from this device. I mean, I've never used a device at 1.6 ohms that puts out flavor like this, ever. Have I used devices that give me this as good a flavor as this device? Yes, but it required, dual coil 0.8 ohm. Whereas, like I said, I'm at, 1.5, 1.6 ohms on this and getting comparable flavor. So it's pretty impressive. Now, a couple things that specifically about the Micro Mini that I don't love. Obviously the juice capacity, but it's not meant to be a device that you're gonna, pop on top of an 18650 battery and take it out to use all day without having, juice to refill it. So that's intentional. It's designed to be as compact as possible, and it is fairly difficult to set up and get the hang of getting them set up. For somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience with Jennies, especially, it's not the easiest device in the world to work with. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be fine. It's really just about getting good at building U-wicks that will wick properly, and obviously not short out, of course, too. So let me take another vape while I'm chatting here. So, I mean, it's not like there's no vapor. Like I said, there's vapor production there. It's just not blowing these huge clouds like you see with the stuff with larger air holes and low ohm. So, if that's your fancy, the Micro Mini is definitely not for you. If you're looking for maximum flavor and even extended battery life, it's a great device because of the fact that you don't need to use as much power to get excellent flavor from your favorite juice in a Jenny. So it's funny, I actually haven't really been, so I filled this up a couple times and then I kind of stopped using it as a Genesis style device, just because you do have to fill it really frequently if you use it heavily, and I started just using it as a dripper, which I don't know if it's ridiculous or not, but it actually works really well as a dripper too. So just I'll show you. Just put a couple drops in here. Yeah, so like I said, I've actually been using it as a dripper just because the juice capacity is so small on it that I was kind of getting annoyed with refilling it all the time, so just drip in there instead. And the flavor's awesome. Even at a higher ohm. So, and it's really warm still too. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's hype. It's legit. I mean, this is if you're not cloud chasing, I think this is an awesome device. But it depends on the type of vape that you're after. Maximum flavor, and like I said, even improved battery life because you don't have to drop the ohms down so low. This is a winner, and it looks pretty awesome on the Caravella with the sap burn cap too. Not to show off or anything, but take another vape before I wrap it up. So there you have it. I know I kind of went on a little bit of a rant there, but that's kind of my take on the Micro Mini. After about a week of use, the flavor's unreal, even at 1.5, 1.6 ohms. So I am very much impressed with this device. If you're chasing flavor, then this is certainly a winner. Not cheap, but definitely a winner. All right, there you have it. That is the Micro Mini. Not recommended for beginners because it can be a bitch to get it set up. But anywho, let's see. We are going to do another giveaway. This one, I have a sneaking suspicion some people have been waiting for. So we're going to do a giveaway for iHybrid mods. I want to show this to you guys. So Faceless sent me the picture. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I saw it in person. Oh my god. So the video is not going to do this justice. I'm just going to let you know now. But you know what? I'm actually, before we do the giveaway, I'm going to switch back over to main screen so that you can see this up close, because I want you to see it up close. So this is the Diamondback for iHybrid mods, okay? But the reason I wanted to show you the close-up, a couple things. First of all, it's got the rattler for the tank cutout. And look at the anodizing on this. Check that out. seeing this in person, it's even crazier. It looks like snakeskin. It's badass. It's really crazy. He did a really good job on this one. The anodizing, I mean, it looks incredible. It really looks like snakeskin. So I just wanted you guys to see that real quick before we do the giveaway. So this is the Diamondback LE. This is in pure format. So this is a iHybrid pure. And I'm going to put that back in the box for whoever wins it. Let's see what we got in chat. A lot of people. That's what we have in chat. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to take a vape first. I got to take a vape off the beast, which we're going to talk about next. All right. Let's see what we got. Holy crap, it's Wicked Weaver. Wicked Weaver. Why haven't I said? Oh. Nice. All right. I did say that you could say that to claim your prize, so congratulations, Wicked Weaver. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to send you an IM, and with my email address, all you got to do is send me an email with the subject iHybrid win with your shipping address, and we will get this out to you ASAP. Congratulations. You're going to love it. It looks awesome. All right. Let's move on. Let's see, what do we got up next? We are going to talk about the Beast from iHybrid Mods as well. So, the Beast. My poor little Beast has a couple of nicks in it because I knocked my Beast off the table and the Beast landed on the floor and got nicked up a bit. So, just disregard those. I'll show you the other side because I'm embarrassed. But this is the Beast from iHybrid Mods. Let's get auto zoom off here. The Beast. Are you going to focus or what? There we go. So this is the Beast from iHybrid Mods. It's not as massive as you might expect. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The retail price on this has not yet been determined. However, estimated it's going to be between $180 and $200 US. It has dual stacked air holes, opposing wick holes. It takes a 26650 battery. The materials are the exact same specs as on the Pure, the hard anodized aluminum switch body, and then you have anodized aluminum inside the chamber, so there's no exposed aluminum in contact with the juice. It has a PMMA tank, one of the new crack-resistant plastic tanks that iHybrid's using. There will be glass available, though. He's actually sending the specs over to Bedazzle, and you'll be able to get glass tanks from Bedazzle. So yeah, that is the specs on the Beast. Let me throw up a link for you so you can check out iHybridMods.com. Hold on one sec. Ripple. So before I do the close-up, I do want to mention this. The size on this, I mean, it's certainly not compact. Don't get me wrong. It is not a small device. However, it's actually right around the same size as a standard iHybrid. It's maybe like a millimeter wider, and the height is right about the same. In fact, the height might actually be a little bit shorter in 26/650 mode, or in 18/650 mode with the standard. So it's actually not gigantic. If you think the standard iHybrid in 18/650 mode is, reasonable in size, this is about the same size. Let's talk about let's do some close-up of the parts on the device here. Hold on a sec. So, first off, the switch. Aluminum body, aluminum switch. It's got the iHybrid logo as you would expect, and it has the 4 legs that prevent it from firing when you set it down. It's a double spring switch, if you're not familiar with this. This Delrin presses down, and that creates the throw, and then you press on the switch, and that pushes that screw back up. It's hard to do with my fingers, but you get the idea. There we go. Whoops, almost got it. Press that down. All right, double spring. Great. Hard to demonstrate. So this self-adjusting Delrin will give you your switch throw. It also will automatically adjust for battery height because it's pressing up against the battery on the inside of the hybrid. Okay. You have a brass contact screw, and it's got a pretty short throw on it too once it's all set up, but I'll show you that when we have it all together. The body on the device, if you have seen the Pure, you'll be familiar with this. It's a hard anodizing. It almost looks like it's a machine finish with the anodizing on top. I'm not going to turn it around so you can see the nick on the other side. This is pretty cool. The tank cutout is actually 3 claw marks in going with the beast theme. Okay. Let me get this back on the bottom here. We'll show you under the top cap. One sec. So first off, actually, under the hood, this is a dual coil designed device. Okay, I got a little gunk on there. I should probably clean my coils off. But as you can see, it has dual negatives, opposing wick holes. They're very large. They're about 3mm wick holes. There you have your fill hole. Everything is Phillips head. You don't need any special tools. Don't need any Allen keys or anything. Okay. Easy to work with, large addy deck. The insides of the wick holes are anodized, so it makes it much easier to set up as well because of the lack of conductivity within the wick holes, so you have a lot less issues with hot spots and shorts on the top of the coils. So that's nice, just like the Pure. Inside, you have a slightly reduced top chamber. I don't know if you can see in there that little ledge. The chamber is reduced in width though. It's still a pretty big chamber to accommodate the dual coil, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. And then, as I mentioned, you have dual stacked air holes, 2 on each side. Okay? And then a nice little nick from me knocking it off the table. Great. Alright, so let's talk about this guy. I'm going to take a vape first and then we'll talk about it. So the reason I'm using the Caravella drip tip on this is because with the dual opposing air hole devices, you want the the wick, or not the wick, there we go, it's lined up right. You want the fill hole to be opposite the way that you tilt it up toward you, or else it'll flood, or could potentially flood. So I put the little Caravella drip tip on there so that I know to point the C toward me when I vape it, rather than the other way around and potentially flood it. Because you know, with the opposed air holes, you want the air holes to be on the left and the right rather than facing you like you do with a single coil Jenny. So the couple things about this device. First of all, I like that the top cap, it actually comes off a little easier than the Pure in my experience. It's not, you know, it's still very, very snug. This is certainly not coming off, and I don't know if you saw, but I had to actually give it a grip and a turn to get it off. But it was not as difficult as with the Pure to get the top cap off. So very snug, but not quite too snug. The way that it vapes. So, hold on, let me take a vape here. The vapor production's very good. It's got quite a bit of airflow through it with the dual opposing stacked air holes. One thing to keep in mind with this device, and I guess it's a little bit of a knock on it, it is not meant for single coil, okay? If you use this device with a single coil, you're going to have airflow coming from the opposite side that's not traveling over a wick, and have a lot of air cooling and circulating inside the top chamber, and it really mutes the flavor. You'll still get decent vapor production, but the flavor will be very muted. So if you use one of these, make sure that you set it up with dual coil. In dual coil setup, the flavor is very good. But with a single coil, it is not very good. In fact, I told Faceless this before, but I said that was really the only bad thing I had to say about the device. So that's really my only complaint about it, though. I mean, it's certainly very big. It is not something that's going to be compact or super pocket friendly, but it's not honking big like, you know, the Ham or some other devices like the Congestus. It's you know, about the same size as a standard iHybrid in 18650 mode. The switch, nice short throw, not super short, but it's really easy to press. It's very, very soft, and it hits very hard like all the iHybrid devices. Every one of iHybrid's products is very, very high performance, which has been kind of his, you know, signature with all of the devices that he's come out with. Everything hits like a train. So, take another drag. So, as you can see, the vapor production's good. You can't see that the flavor is good, but I assure you it is with the dual coil setup. I actually don't have this at a really low ohm either. I have it set up with dual 1.8 ohm coils, so it's actually right around 0.8 or 0.9 ohms. So it's not super low, and the flavor is very, very good. Yeah, and I have been impressed with the way that it performs, like I said, in dual coil mode. But if you are opposed to using dual coils, are afraid of using dual coils, this is not the device for you. I'll just tell you that right now. But if you do like them, then I think you'll like this. The battery life on it is awesome because it's a 26650. If you do want to do, you know, really low ohm setups with it, it is designed to handle that. It has very big wick holes, so it's very easy to get the wicking to keep up. It has what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh, it has a decent amount of airflow through it because it's got 4 air holes, dual stacks, 2 over each wick. So that's going to increase your, your vapor production obviously as well. So, and of course, because you have a 26650 battery that has a very high amp limit, that's going to help a lot as well. So, for safety purposes and obviously for battery life too. So if you want to go, crazy, I don't recommend going, stupid low ohm with it because I just, it's dangerous. Just make sure that you do it safely and are within the, the amp limits of the battery that you're using. But this is a good device for that. And, because it uses a more powerful battery, it's going to be a little bit safer too. So. The price hasn't been announced yet officially. It's going to be between 180 and 200, at least the recommended retail. So, but I don't believe Faceless is selling them himself. So the retailers will be able to choose the price that they sell it at. So, all right. So there you have it. That is the Beast from iHybrid Mods. I do like it. I do recommend it. The combination of flavor in dual coil mode with battery life is great with the 26650. It's a good tabletop device, or if you have one of those mod lanyards or a belt case for your mod. It's not something that's going to be pocket friendly, of course, because of the size, but yeah, it performs really well. And I am a huge fan of dual coils, as you guys know, so something that's designed to handle dual coil I kind of naturally gravitate to, so I'm probably a little bit biased, but yeah, there you have it. So let's move on and do a giveaway, and then we'll do some Q&A. So next up, we're going to do a giveaway from Boondock Vapes. And there we go. We're going to give away a sample pack from Boondock Vapes, 4 6 milliliter bottles of juice from Boondock. So let's see here. Let me pull a list of everybody in chat. And Vapin' Harley Girl, you just won yourself some juice from Boondock Vapes. If you give me a confirmation in chat, please, that you want the juice. If you don't want the juice, let me know that too. All right, congratulations. So what you need to do is scroll up in chat. Jedi just linked boondockvapes.com. Go to, well, actually, first off, I'm going to send you a IM in chat with my email. So you'll be getting that from me here in just a second. What you're going to do is go to boondockvapes.com. You're going to pick out the 4 flavors that you want from Boondock Vapes. Send me an email with the subject Boondock Vapes Win. In the body of the email, include the 4 flavors you want, the nicotine level that you want, PG-VG ratio that you want, and also include your shipping address in there as well, please. And we will get the juice out to you ASAP. Excuse me. Hiccups. So, congratulations, Vapin' Harley Girl. And now we're going to open up for some Q&A. I'm going to try doing the pop-out chat here so that I can catch all the questions. So give me a sec before you start rattling questions off. Okay. There we go. All right, I got chat popped out now. Very exciting. Hopefully this will go better than the Q&A session last week where I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Oh, how was my breakfast at Kitchen 64? It was very good. Thank you for asking. Yes, I like tacos. Of course I like tacos. Who doesn't like tacos? That's a good question. Do I use different gauges of mesh for different juices, or do I stick to one? Honestly, I just kind of grab what's around. I have everything. Sometimes I use 500. Sometimes I use 200. I don't really make a decision based on the juice. I roll wick the same way pretty much every time, which is I roll a solid wick, and then I roll it super tight so that it's solid, and then I actually loosen it up and then re-roll it. Does that make sense? So it's a kind of loosely rolled solid wick, and I find that it wicks exceptionally well, regardless of what mesh I use and what juice. So that's pretty much the standard for me. Sometimes I use cable wicks, but you know, that's just if I'm kind of feeling lazy and don't want to roll a mesh wick. But both work. So I mean, it's really more about how you roll the wick, getting the juice to wick properly, than it is the mesh that you use, in my experience. You know, there is a little bit of a difference, but I think it's very slight. Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, pick a number. I'm going to go with 4. Let's see. Does my silverback have a vent hole? That's a good question. It would appear as though it does not. Let's see. I'm going to take the top cap off and blow into it and see what happens if any air comes out the bottom. Nope, that's airtight. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for bringing that to my attention before I review it, actually. I appreciate that. Let's see here. So no, my silverback does not have a vent hole. That's interesting. All right. Let's see. I'm already missing some. Sorry. Why am I vaping the Micro Mini at 1.6 ohms? Got a 1 ohm single coil, straight wick, fires fine. Oh, no particular reason, Paul. I just wanted to test it out at a higher ohm and see if I still got really good flavor from it. So when I first set it up, I've actually done like 4 different setups on it. I first set it up with a straight wick, and it was actually right around 1 ohm like yours, and that was fine. And then I set it up with a cable wick, and I actually, for whatever reason, I had issues with the cable single wick. And then I set it up with a mesh U wick a little bit higher, and that worked well. And this was actually the last build that I did. Obviously, this is the last build that I did, which was the highest ohm build that I did, which is 1.5, 1.6 on the cable U-wick, because I had never done a cable U-wick without putting mesh on it before, and I wanted to give it a try, and I figured why not give it a try in the Mini Micro, since it's really designed for U-wick, and I'm getting, you know, like I said, I'm getting excellent performance out of it, even at that high resistance. So I hope that answers your question. The number of times I set this up this past week just trying different stuff out on it was crazy. Let's see. What juice do you want to put in your mod, Sam? I'm sorry, I'm missing questions. They're coming in too fast. I don't know, Sam. I've been into custards lately. I would go with a vanilla custard, whatever one you like. You know, that's not a bad idea. Doing donations for the people in the Philippines. I don't know that I'd want to do that in the live show, but maybe through the All Meshed Up page on Facebook or something. Maybe we can do something like that. I actually know some of the people over there. You know, a lot of the modders these days are from the Philippines, and actually I talked to Tempest, the guy who makes the Templar, all the time, and I think he was right in the thick of it. So, but he's okay, thankfully. I haven't chatted with him online, but I heard that he's doing okay. But it's crazy what's going on over there. Let's see. My favorite gauge wire. It depends on the device. I guess I would say my favorite is probably 0.8 millimeter flat Canthal. But not all. But you can't fit that into all devices because sometimes there's not enough room between the top positive screw and the top cap to use it. But when I can, I like to use 0.8 mil Canthal. No Toast and Abasi tonight? Oh, he's in the mix. I guess it just didn't come up. I have it on shuffle. I've got Animals as Leaders self-titled and Animals as Leaders weightless in the lineup tonight, but the randomizer didn't cooperate, I guess. Let's see. I'm just kind of going through some of these here. I haven't tried the Aqua yet, actually. So my opinion of it is I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully soon. Actually, yeah, I still I used mesh. I actually sold my Squape, but I did use mesh in it up until I sold it, and I liked the mesh build. I had pretty good luck with it. Oh, the patina on my lichen? Sure. It doesn't have a lot of patina because I haven't really used it much since the show. You know, I mean, so here's what the lichen's looking like right now. It doesn't look all that patinaed. I polished it up right before I did the review, and I haven't used it too much since. So the way I do this, guys, is right after the show, I set up the devices I'm going to review on the next show, and that's all I use all week long. So all I've been using this week is the Barong, the Micro Mini, and the Beast, and nothing else. That's why there's no patina on that guy. So, oh, no problem, Paul. I am on the list for the Sapburn 22. I did not get one, though. I didn't catch it. I've been so busy with the shop. As you probably noticed, Paul, I haven't been on VapePit as much since we launched. It's just been super busy. I mean, I actually am broadcasting the show from the warehouse because I don't have enough time to get home from work to do the show. So, and I'm going to pack orders before I leave here tonight, too. So, and that's cool. I don't mind. But I haven't had as much time to browse my my favorite forum lately, sadly. Hopefully that'll, well, I don't want it to calm down, but hopefully, you know, once everything's kind of rolling smoothly here, it won't be as much of an issue. I'll be able to pop my head in there more often. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm skipping questions, guys. Every time that someone posts something in chat, it drops down to the bottom and I lose my place. So I'm trying to, let's see. So somebody asked about the Romulus. I haven't used it, but I'm reviewing it next week, so stay tuned. I do have a copperhead, and it did patina pretty quickly. Yes. Let's see. What do I like to vape when I have a cold? So I usually like to vape menthols when I have a cold. I like menthols sometimes anyway. I kind of switch back and forth. But I mostly vape menthols when I have a cold. But there's actually one from Allison Vapeland that they don't have on the website that they make, I think, just for, when people are sick. It's kind of crazy sounding, but it's called HP Plus. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to tell you guys about this because they don't even have it in like the little hidden room in the website. But they sent me a bottle of it when I was sick one time, and it tastes like mentholated ginger lemon tea. And I vaped that a lot when I got really sick last summer, and I vaped the heck out of that stuff. I don't know if it helped or not, but it made me think it helped. So it was better than, vaping. I don't know if it was actually better than vaping anything else, but it's all mental. Let's see. How do I clean contacts? It depends on the device. If it's, and it also depends on the materials. If it's plated, like if it's a silver plated device, don't use polish because you'll take the plating off. Your best bet is to just use a soft cloth and rubbing alcohol, or a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol on a device that's plated. If it's a solid metal, you can use a polish, and that'll work. If it's a non-oxidizing metal like stainless steel or rhodium, you could just wipe it down with a damp cloth, or a cloth with a little bit of alcohol on it. Just one wipe, it'll clean it right up. So, soak it in ketchup and wash it off. Huh? There you go. I haven't used any of Steam Monkey's Zen devices. No, I checked them out at VaporCon, but I actually don't have a Zen mod currently, so. Yes, the Romulus. I'm sorry, I thought I mentioned that. I am actually reviewing that next week. I have it right here. Where are you hiding? I thought I had it right here. Yeah, there we go. I think this is the one. Yeah. There you go. We'll be reviewing it very soon. Like a week from today. So, yeah. Alright. Let me see. Yeah, if I missed any questions, feel free to ask them again. I apologize. What is my favorite device? Hybrid, mod, or atomizer? And are we talking about overall, or for flavor, or for vapor production, or what? I have a lot of answers. Overall, I have to say my favorite mod is officially the Lycan from BBM. That thing is just awesome. I think it looks awesome. It performs awesome. I never had a mod test at 0.07 volt loss under load on a 2 ohm atomizer before. 0.08 is the lowest I've ever seen, and that tested at 0.07, and it looks incredible. So that is probably my favorite mod. Favorite atomizer is probably, overall, I'd say it's probably, well, it depends on its dripper or Jenny. My favorite Jenny is probably still the steam turbine. I do tend toward dual coil. Favorite dripper is either the Hellfire dripper or the Griffin. I like the Hellfire better for flavor, but the Griffin is just so awesome for its portability, and you can fit like a milliliter of juice in there and it doesn't leak. Even if you know, because it doesn't have an air hole in the side, it's a bottom vent with a little chimney. So I love those. Thank you, Quick Click. I think that's all of them. Oh, and favorite hybrid. That's tough. I still really like the Fecta. I mean, that thing hit like a truck. Yeah. I'd probably still say the Fecta for my favorite hybrid. Let's see. All right. Have I tried the Cellar e-liquids? I have. I actually carry them at my shop. I've only got small bottles for now, but we're going to be ordering bigger bottles too. We kind of wanted to get small bottles in the shop first so people could try them, because I know they're not real big in the US yet. But yes, I have tried them. So they're interesting. All of them are interesting, Minotaur included. So I used to be a big cigar smoker, so they really appeal to me on that level. I would never use them as an all-day vape personally, but like they're almost like a treat. This is all of the line from the Cellar I feel this way about. It's a really good kind of bold tobacco-y tobacco. It's not like, an RY4 or some of these other tobacco blends out there that are sweet and they kind of cover the tobacco a little bit with other stuff, either because it's not the best tobacco or just because dessert vapes are more popular or whatever. It tastes like tobacco. So if that's what you're after, if you want something that tastes like a really good quality cigar, or really good quality tobacco, like hand rolled cigarette. I mean, that's minus the burning, obviously, and the ash. Those are probably the closest thing you'll ever find. So, I am not going to get the Illuma Bronze Templar Capone's Pops as much as I wanted to. I've kind of I've had to tone down the buying a little bit because of the shop, and I've been investing all of my money in this and reinvesting all the money in the shop and not taking a paycheck and all that good stuff. So I had to tone it back a little bit. So, do I know where to get Hellfire insulators? Yes, all you got to do is send a message to Mrs. Hellfire over on Vape Pit. That's it. And she'll reply to you, and she'll send you some. I mean, you have to pay for them, obviously, but they're cheap. So, yeah, just send a PM to Mrs. Hellfire. Yeah, I only have one extra at the moment, so, or I'd hook you up. But I haven't tried Ashtray. And I don't know where to get Kraken tanks, but I bet you Bedazzle has them. If you have calipers, you could take the measurements and either go to IB Tanked or Bedazzle and get them there. All right, sounds good, Chris. They take so Vape Pit takes new members kind of in bunches. They'll open up for new members and then kind of let the new members settle in, and then let the assholes fuck up and get banned, and then once everything kind of settles, then they'll open up for a new membership for a little while. They actually were open for membership a couple months back, but they're currently closed. So just keep an eye on it. I'm sure they'll open up again. So, oh, there you go, even better. And I was going to Mrs. Hellfire for him. Back open in January. There you go. Cool. Oh, so before we wrap up tonight, and I apologize if I missed people's questions. I'm still getting used to the new chat here. So before we wrap up tonight, I want to let you guys know we are going to be changing the show format a little bit. Okay, so because of all the stuff going on with the shop and everything, and like I said, I needed to kind of tone down the buying of the devices for the show, even though I do still have a backlog I need to get through. But it's mostly because of the lack of time, and I do actually put a lot of time into preparing for the show. We're actually going to cut the length of the show starting next week. So we'll still do all the same giveaways. We're still going to do the mod news. I'm still going to do reviews on the show, but we're going to cut it down to one review instead of 3. And all the giveaways will still be the same. We'll still do mod news, still do bait mail. We'll still do the Q&A at the end of the show, but I have to shorten the show up a little bit. And we'll do occasional longer shows when either we're going to do 2 devices from the same modder, or we have somebody coming on as a special guest, or some of the stuff I've done in the past with kind of special episodes of the show. So I wanted to let you guys know. I know, I'm sorry if that disappoints you guys, but I'm not canceling the show. Don't worry. We're just cutting down the length a little bit. It'll either be an hour probably, or an hour and a half, depending on the week. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up that that's going to start going into effect next week. So it's just it's really a money issue, because like I said, I'm not taking a paycheck right now because I'm putting everything into the shop, and I don't want to be spending money on devices to review when I could be reinvesting the money into the shop. So that's the main reason. So yeah, exactly. And all of my European viewers will be able to go to bed a little bit earlier. So I appreciate you guys staying up, by the way. So but I'll still be here. I'll still be here 8 o'clock next week. We'll just end up around 9:15 instead of going until 10 o'clock. So, yeah, that's the big news. I am working on it, Wicked Backo. I'm working on it. So we've had a lot of people inquiring about international sales, and I know there's a lot of vendors that are willing to, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus here, please. I'm not saying that people are doing the wrong thing. It's just a personal choice. We're not going to falsify any customs forms. It is, against the law. We're not going to do it. We're just trying to keep everything clean, especially with regulations potentially coming within, the next year or so. So anywhere, we're trying to figure out where we can legally ship e-liquid labeled as e-liquid. Australia is probably going to be the first country that we ship to, and then we'll add others as we go. We're not just going to open up international across the board, but we're going to open it up to as many places as we possibly can. As long as we can do it legally, we're going to ship to you. So, no, I'm not going to do the aromatherapy oil thing. no massage oil, no aromatherapy oil, no baking flavoring. You know, you get caught doing that stuff and falsifying, you know, customs forms, you can get some pretty hefty fines, and it is against the law. So, anyway, I am no, I'm gonna hang on to the lichen. Sorry, Rosa. I am probably going to sell a few things that I've reviewed here in the near future, but I'm definitely hanging on to the lichen. But anyway, I am going to wrap up, guys. We're actually at 5 minutes to 10, and I think I've missed more questions than I've answered. Sorry. Thanks, Jake Hader. Code of my concubines. No, I'm going to go pack orders, my friend, and head to the post office and then go home. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I will see you, hopefully I'll see all of you guys next week for some more fun times. I think we're going to do, like I said, I think we're going to review the Romulus next week. So there you have it. Plus lots of mod news and free stuff. All right, good night, guys. Thanks again for coming by. Appreciate it.